Shrutyadi sarvashastrāṇāṃ karuṇālayam Shri Rama Krishna Tvam Vande Vishwamangala-kārakam. So, we were discussing the sadhana chatushtaya. Sadhana chatushtaya sampanna pramata. The one whose heart, the inner heart is totally, absolutely transparent and pure like crystal, and who is being endowed with the four qualifications required for the enquiry into the reality is sadhana chatushtaya that we discussed. Generally, we mentioned nitya nitya vastu viveka, iha amutra phalabhoga viraga, shamadamadi shat sampat, and mumukshutva. These four. Now he is taking one by one in detail, explaining each. He first mentions, then explains one by one. Nitya nitya vastu viveka tavat brahmaiva nityam vastu tato anyadakhilam anityamiti vivechanam. The clear understanding through constant cogitation, repeatedly, again seeing the how long does it this sorrow? How much does this sorrow me? To see, analyze and understand its impermanency. This world is governed by, again, two principles: impermanency and uncertainty. One is everything in this world is impermanent, and what is going to happen tomorrow is unknown. This impermanency, the sadhaka views with microscopic vision. Everything in this universe he analyzes. Whatever comes in front of him, whatever objects of enjoyment, whatever attracts his attention, whatever he sees while going, he will be just seeking. All this is impermanent. I want permanent. Shashvata. We are all seeking happiness. The three, every jiva constantly is searching for three things. One is, I want peace. I want happiness. I want freedom. These man is every being, not only human. Even an ant, a worm, a bird, an aquatic animal, every plant, all living beings seek, I want peace, I want peace. I want happiness, I want to be happy. Sukham bhuyat, dukkham me ma bhuhu. May I get happiness, may not the suffering touch me. This is constant cry of the jiva. I don't want suffering, I don't want suffering, I want sukha. And freedom, I want to be free, I want to be free. It seeks freedom. Go near a bird, it flies off. It wants freedom. Touch a worm, it doesn't want suffering, it wants to be away. So, these things, seeking he runs throughout his life in search of it. But there is no one in this world till today who has found it in this world. It is searching for a black cat in a dark room where it is not. Where it is not. It is not there, but we are searching. It is within. So, there is momentary joys, momentary enjoyments. With that, man becomes intoxicated and he is ready to pay a very high price, suffering all their life and being in bondage for a momentary pleasure of senses. There is no sukha, there is no happiness as such. What we call happiness in the world is absence of dukkha. If anybody is having, if you say he is happy, you see that happiness is not a positive entity lying with him. It is a negative entity. Because if some problem comes, if some pain comes, immediately that will disappear. If it is a positive entity, sukha, then if the dukkha comes also, sukha must not go away from me. The absence of dukkha he was taking as sukha. In the world, absence of dukkha is sukha. And when the dukkha, the absence goes away, there is dukkha appears. It is a constant. That is why Krishna says, Anityam asukham loka. This loka, this world, is anitya and asukha. It's a alaya of dukkha, dukkhalayam ashashvatam. Krishna uses these specific words, dukkhalayam ashashvatam. Alaya is a place where the highest presence is there, full presence is there. That is alaya, devalaya, where God's presence is fully present. Devalaya. Dukkhalayam, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, it is dukkhalaya and ashashvata. And even if you attain, it goes off. Because this world is a constantly changing flux. It is constantly changing flux. So, when everything is changing, we ought to hold on. You see now, already 10 minutes or 5 minutes over since we began this. Where is that gone? From morning, we have been doing something till today, till now. But the time has gone. We did so many things. Where is it now? We spent so many years in this world. Where is it now? It has gone. It has gone and gone forever. We cannot have a hold on that anymore. It's a constantly flowing. This flow, it is as if you are standing on a bridge. Holy Mother says, how the world looks. As if you are standing on a bridge and water is flowing below. The world is flowing. Time is eating away everything. And in that, how can you find that sukha? Similarly, absence of kalaha we call as peace. There is no war. Absence of war is called peace. There is no peace as positive entity. Do you understand what is positive entity and negative entity? There is nothing called darkness. There is light alone. Absence of light is called darkness. If darkness was an entity, existing positive entity, when light comes also, it will remain. Darkness is absence of light, we call darkness. Absence of light we call darkness. If darkness was a positive, a negative entity, darkness is a negative entity. It is not there. It is absence of light we call the darkness. If light comes, it disappears. If light is not there, it is there. Like that, peace in the world, happiness in the world, freedom in the world, these are what are negative entities. That is, absence of war we call peace. In their house, there is no war, there is no fight between anybody. Everything is peaceful. In the absence of war we call peace. And once there is any kalaha, any problem, immediately that peace goes away. If they attain peace as a positive entity, then whatever happens in the war also there is peace. If he attains happiness as a positive entity, as a shashvata, eternal, all time existing thing, then we call it positive entity. The sukha, positive entity, is possible when you reach the Atman, or in other words, reach God. Eternal happiness, eternal peace, eternal freedom we get only when we transcend this nature and go beyond internal nature and external nature. This transcendence, for this, the first thing actual needed is renunciation, total renunciation of everything. That is nature, I am going beyond, rejecting the nature. Renunciation is the essence of sadhana. But without nitya nitya vastu viveka, without understanding this is anitya and causes of dukkha, we cannot leave it. We cannot transcend it. It holds me, I hold it. It drags me, it binds me. The world binds me. I cannot renounce. When I know it is all passing show, I don't need it. When we leave, when we withdraw our mind from all this, through the nitya nitya vistu viveka, vivechanam, the discrimination, the power of discrimination, the Thakur, Sri Ramakrishna, all direct disciples, and whomever came to him, he used to tell Viveka Vairagya. Regarding him also, Viveka Vairagya, though joli, he used to hang from his shoulders always. They used to say, from Sri Ramakrishna, Viveka. Everything is touched through the chakshu of the eye of discrimination. Without being tested, you see in the flights and all, thorough checking is done before it is, if a person is allowed or a luggage is allowed inside a flight, how much thorough inspection they do. Nothing will escape their eyes. Like that, the sadhakas, everything is analyzed. Is it nitya or anitya? Is it nitya? The moment he understands it's anitya, he says, no, I don't want it. This, he is always, it is like a sword, open sword. Ramakrishna used to tell Vivekananda his open sword. Sword without a sheath. Always. And this brings the asanga. Asanga. From it naturally detaches from the world. When you know it is a cause of suffering, when you know it is impermanent, after all, momentary pleasure and eternal bondage, momentary peace, and then eternal suffering. Abba, I don't want. The mind, whole system withdraws from the scene. It remains indifferent to the world. This is renunciation. Then to make the tyaga natural, effective and permanent, we need. I can withdraw Smashana Vairagya. I can do. He complete Vairagya. I don't want to enter into the world. He can say. Again the mind runs. Through Nitya Nitya Vastu Viveka, it no more goes. It is so sharp. That's why the name given to Naren was Vivekananda, the sword of discrimination. Asanga shastrena dridena chidva tatah padam tat parimargitavyam yasmin gata na nivartanti bhuyaha. Asanga shastrena. How does this Asanga Shastra comes in our hand? The sword of being aloof, Asanga, aloof from all things. There is no attachment, there is no attraction, there is no bondage, there is no obligation, there are no duties. Just it is there, I am here. We are together separately sitting. So, this Asanga Shastra, with which we have to cut asunder the samsara vraksha, where from do we get? From this Nitya Nitya Vastu Viveka. Nitya Nitya Vastu Viveka tavat Brahmaiva Nitya Vastu. God alone is eternal. Brahman alone is Brahmaiva Nityam Vastu. Vastu is neuter gender. Vastu Vastuni Vastuni. So Nityam Vastu. It is eternal. God alone. Brahman alone. Brahman is the ultimate objective reality, which is same as ultimate subjective reality. Ultimate. Subjective ultimate and objective ultimate. In which the whole universe and the individual existences are floating. Eternal existence. Eternal bliss. It is bliss absolute. Brahma. So that alone, God alone is real. Sri Ramakrishna again and again used to say two things. God alone is real. All this is but for 2 days. Remember this. When the death is to come, we going to come, we don't know. Be careful. He used to tell them about the pounding rod. The death, the pounding rod of death may fall any time on the hand and cut it asunder. Be careful, be careful. Don't get attached to anything. Do your duties and offer to God. Like a maid servant in the master's house says, my Krishna and my Rama to all children, but knows in the heart of heart her real children exist in the village. She is doing everything carefully, with dexterity, with utmost attention, but she is not attached to that. She is attached to her own people. Our own people is God. So do your duties in the be aloof. This some amount of witness attitude we have to cultivate in our lives. So this gives this understanding that dawns, by which every object that passes through my perception, be it through my 5 senses, or through my mind, or through imaginations, which is created by my samskaras, whatever comes, he will put through the powerful torch, he will put the penetrating X-rays he sends on every object that comes to his mind to see whether it is permanent or impermanent. Permanent is that is not affected by time and space. Anything that is limited by time and space cannot be eternal, unlimited by time. Desha Kala Atita. It is time, not time bound. Everything in the creation is time bound. Every moment, everything is changing. Every moment, everything is changing. We are changing ourselves. From childhood, if we watch, we have been constantly changing. Our body is changing, our mind is changing, our intellect is changing, our feelings are changing. Everything is changing regarding ourselves, regarding the world. Today, those people came to invite me for the Ganesha festival. 30 years back, a few 20-25 people joined together and started that. Their photos are there. Out of that, only 3 are surviving. Now, after 30 years, the tradition is continuing. 3 people are there. The rest have gone. They created the tradition, left and went away. So impermanent is this world. What to hold? How to transcend that anityata, impermanency? How to go beyond the impermanency to the permanent? How to reach that eternal? How to reach that infinite that is not limited, that is not limited by anything? Everything is in this universe is limited by time, space and causation. Every moment causation is affecting. One object is converting into the other. This chair on which I am sitting, it is becoming old. Time is acting on it. One day it will disappear. It will go back to earth. So this is the vision with which we have to see every object, every relationship, every possession, whatever attracts me, whatever binds me, whatever immediately. That is why sadhu doesn't keep anything with him except God. Even the clothes that he wears, it disowns every moment. It is not mine. It is for the sake of society. I am covering my body. I don't need this also. Because body itself is anitya. Clothes are, everything is anitya. What to hold on? What to possess? I want God and I have to hold on to Him for everything, A to Z. I need eternal support. What shall I do with the treacherous supports of this world? All supports that we get in this world are treacherous. When we are fallen on the bed and not able to move, nobody is there to give a glass of water. I have plenty of money, I have plenty of people, I have status, but nothing can help me. Only God alone can help me by just His kind word in my ear. You are not this body. Forget this. Leave this. I am here. Look at me. It is that moment that every sadhaka seeks, where he needs eternal support. We need antarbhadrata, inner security. External securities will be treacherous. Treacherous means vishwasa ghataka. And the important point when it is needed most, it will not serve the purpose. All time it will be with you, giving hopes, and it becomes hopeless when it is needed. This is called vishwasa ghataka, treacherous. So, this is Nitya Nitya Vastu Viveka. This is one of the first qualities that has been mentioned because it leads to the second, that is Iha Mutra Phalabhoga Viraga. With this we will end the 16th verse or sutra and go to the 17th.